Hi YouTube, this is a how-to video to pair optimizers for the Solaredge HD Wave inverter. This procedure may be similar for other Solaredge inverters also, such as the older analog ones. But this particular Solaredge inverter that I'm using is called the HD Wave, and it's one of these rectangular looking inverter. So the first thing you need to do is make sure that the switch is switched to 0 or off. This switch right here. We're gonna turn that on later on when the inverter actually says to turn it on. So the inverter right now has been wired. So this is the 240 volt from the circuit breaker, and these are the input from the solar panel, and the switch for the DC disconnect is switched to 1, which is on, and so therefore there are currents or electricity going through these solar panel wires. And so because the circuit breaker, these cable that goes to the circuit breakers are energized, that's why we have electricity going to the inverter, and that's the only way that they can actually turn on to do the pairing. So now a couple of things that you want to observe. Number one is that you want to look at the voltage DC. I have 11 inverters hooked on. So because I have 11 inverters and currently they're all off, you should have 1 volt coming out of it. That's the Solaredge 1 volt safety voltage, and 11 multiplied by 1 is 11 volt. 0.1 is just a little bit over, which is okay. All the LED lights here should be completely off, meaning that we don't have the inverter on, obviously. And once in a while, the COM light will blink orange every 5 seconds or 10 seconds. That means it's just trying to communicate through all the optimizers. And this off indicator here just basically indicates that the switch is off. This is where you should be. So to get the pairing started, you would want to press on the OK button, and you'll see it says there, keep holding button for pairing, and it's gonna count down from 5 all the way to 0. And then now it says pairing, initializing. So at this point, you just wait for about, I would say, a minute, and it's gonna try to communicate to all the optimizers to get it to start initializing the pairing process. And then pretty soon the LED should say that it should be ready for you to turn on the second step of the pairing with this switch turned on. So we're just going to watch it here. There you go. You see, it says pairing, turn switch to on. So we're just going to switch it to on. And then now this change to pairing in process. And the LCD is going to change to this countdown from 190 seconds all the way down to 0. You can fast forward the video to jump to the position when the countdown is done, so you don't have to wait 160 more seconds. Okay, so we're approaching the last 10 seconds of the countdown. And it says pairing complete. Now it goes through the process of detecting the optimizers. And I think it stays here for a few minutes. I'm going to pause the video and continue it once the screen changes. Well, actually, just about when I say that, the screen did change. And at this point, the LED is blinking fast. It's not exactly ready. It's still detecting the optimizers. It's just that the screen just switches to its normal screen. And when it's 100% normal, you will see that the voltage will ramp up to about 380, 390. Actually, it looks like it's basically detected enough for it to turn on. So when the voltage is ramping up to 300 something, that means the inverter is getting ready to kick on. Oops, it looks like it's going back down again, not sure why. And now it's going back up again. So this inverter was working before, so with all these same optimizers. So I'm just doing, okay, you hear that, all this relay clicking? That means that the inverter is turning on. And then now this side right here shows the wattage that is being produced. So that's power AC watts. So right now it's producing 459 watts, 460 watts. I have 11 panels. They're all about 300 watts each. Right now is winter and it's very cloudy. I mean, no sunlight. So therefore, even to produce 460 something, it's a miracle. But I'm just doing this video to demonstrate how to pair, not necessarily to demonstrate how much I'm producing power for. Okay, look at this power LED. Now it's solid green. That means everything is good. And I think if we go through the screen, I should be able to have a screen that says how many optimizers has been detected. Let me see. Okay, so it says optimizers okay is 0. Well, that's not good, but I think it just takes probably about 10 to 20 minutes more, and this should show 11. I am not going to wait 20 minutes for this video for that to turn 11, but I will re-record that part of the video just to show you that it does go to 11. And it's already producing power. Everything seems normal. The power cycle should be 60 hertz, which is 59.9, close enough. And then the voltage AC 244. It has to be higher than 240 for it to feed in to the circuit breaker. And the voltage DC, like I said before, it should be about 380 to 390, sometime going about 400, but it should be right around that range. That's normal. And right now we're producing 445 watts because it's very cloudy. Basically no sun. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Just want to demonstrate the whole pairing process. It usually takes This video has been on uninterrupted for 11 minutes, almost 12. But as you can see, the number of optimizers haven't fully show up yet. That will eventually show up. And so the whole pairing process probably take about 20 to 30 minutes actually for everything to be fully running. And this COM light will blink orange, and that's normal every 10 seconds or so. Okay, I'll just wait before I turn off this video to make sure that you do notice that COM light blinking. I guess it's longer than 10 seconds. It should blink. Now that we're waiting for it, it doesn't blink. Interesting. I don't know why it's not blinking. Very interesting. I don't know why it's not blinking. Everything seems to be normal, but it's just not communicating, I guess, yet. Maybe it's because it's still detecting the optimizers. I'm not sure. I will keep a watch on it, but I'm not gonna waste the minutes on this video and bore you guys to death, but I'll keep a watch on it to see what's going on within a few minutes. Okay, so the optimizers okay, not okay. Actually, I wasn't able to solve it. I have to completely turn off, which means that I have to de-energize the AC power that comes out of the circuit breaker. So I completely de-energized these. So the inverter completely lost power. I did it for about 2 minutes, and then I turned it back on. It re-energized, and then I did the whole procedure of pairing again by pressing this OK button. Again, that's the switch in off position. Press it for more than 5 seconds. It does pairing, initialization, everything the same way. And then now, the second time, it actually did power optimizers 11 out of 11. So everything is perfectly fine right now, and the COM light is blinking every 10 seconds or so. I'm not sure what happened the first time, why it didn't work perfectly. It's possible that I was actually testing an optimizer before I did the video, and that optimizer did not work. It could have screwed up my entire strings communication. I'm not sure, but right now everything is working perfectly as intended. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you like this kind of video. I will be creating other solar panel videos soon. I have a ground mount system that I've been collecting videos on that I plan to post very soon. Thank you. Bye.